Hello and welcome to this four-legged edition of Go Williams Lake. Today we're at the local SPCA to check out some furry little animals. Now I'm not gonna lie, but I'm actually a bit of a cat person. Except they don't really seem to care much about that. Hey. Oh, hey there, buddy. Okay, except for this one, maybe. Now we start the show off, well, actually here, with a big sister and a little sister who have entered an online video contest to win $2,500 for a local organization. And they both like animals. I think you can see where this is going.
Hi everyone, I'm Linda and this is my little sister Shelby.
And they are hoping to win $2,500, money they would like to see go to our local SPCA.
Because we like animals and because we know it's a good organization that's going to find good homes for them, and when they're here, if they don't have a home, they're getting fed, they're warm, they're well looked after. That's why.
Because the SPCA was we both love animals and we thought the SPCA needed the money.
The money is going towards the outdoor dog fences. Basically to make sure none of the dogs can escape.
Need I say more?
Well, the first plan, the big plan, is to help our outside dog runs. We've had a lot of dogs that love us so much they want to come visit us. So between jumping fences, climbing fences, tearing fences apart, digging underneath them is the next one on the list.
The suggestions were to put concrete below the fence so that the escape artist dogs can't get out, and they're looking for another shelter shed to store the kitty litter.
The contest is held by the Canadian Western Bank that's working with Big Brother and Big Sister matches. Matches like Linda and Shelby here.
And the reason I got into it was because my family lives far away, and so I still wanted to have some kids to spoil.
I like being with Linda, all the fun things we do together. My favorite thing to do is like give out the bird feed and then they come down and get it and we can watch them from inside the house.
So far, the duo is miles ahead of their competitors in this contest. And they've also been surprised at all the different places the votes have been coming from.
So keep sharing this, keep the word going on so we keep going with it. So, because I'd hate to get to the last day and then find out we've lost by like 2 votes. That would just kill me.
The contest will close on October 22nd, at which point we'll hopefully see some improvements arrive at the SPCA.
Shelby thinks of others besides herself. We went and picked corn this year out at Dunlevy Farm, and then as we were picking just for ourselves, she says, well, why don't we pick some for other people in the community?
She's a great, wonderful person, and I couldn't ask for a better big sister.
With Go Williams Lake, I'm Jonathan Horst. One of my favorite fall activities is going to the corn maze. It's such an adventure getting lost among the tall stalks. So imagine my delight when I discovered that there's a corn maze here in the Caribou. And then with that in mind, imagine my disappointment when I discovered that John Mackenzie got to go.
It's Halloween time again, and one of the more interesting evening activities around was the Australian ranch's haunted corn maze. Also featured at their ranch was a suitably terrifying haunted house as well. Bob Yorston, the owner and head scarer on the property, says the idea for the attractions actually came to him during a family reunion.
In 2003, we had a family reunion to celebrate our 100th anniversary, kind of an idea, and I had 200 relatives coming, so I didn't know what I was going to do with them, so we made a corn maze to give them some entertainment, and they enjoyed it so much and liked the maze that we threw a sign at the end of the road, and people came, and so we've been going ever since. It's a lot of fun. And like I say, there's not a big amount of money in agriculture, so we decided to have fun with agriculture, so this is kind of just a way to give back and enjoy ourselves for a change instead of doing nothing but hard work.
Here we go.
Why do you think people like this stuff? Getting lost and scared?
That is a good question. The haunted one, you know, there's people think they'll be fine, and they get way down there in the corner, and the guy fires up a power saw right behind them, and I tell you, there's a lot of screaming and freaking out, and they decide then that maybe it wasn't such a great idea, but and other times you just get a little kid will come through there, and you try to scare them, and they just turn to look at you and say, "Ha ha," you know, sort of an idea. So you just never know.
What is it like scaring people?
Oh, it's the best thing.
Where do you get these masks? They're awesome.
Oh,
it's not masks.
Special factory.
Oh, they're not masks.
It's totally genetic.
The ones we like is actually about the middle-aged adult and ladies, and oh man, they're a lot of fun to scare because they scare so easy and scream and holler and we've already found a pair of running shoes. You scare them right out of their boots and they don't even stop for them, and then they can't find them afterwards, so they leave in their socked feet. But you find lots of cell phones and flashlights and all kinds of stuff out there. You just scare it right out of them.
Reporting from the Australian ranch, I'm John McKenzie for Go.
After the break, in Parenting 101, we commemorate Autism Awareness Month by learning about what it's like to live with the disorder. Welcome back. Now, I didn't know this, but October is Autism Awareness Month. This was revealed to me by our humble Parenting 101 host, Trish Morey, who, when she's not hosting this segment, works with kids with the disorder.
These parents are here to learn about a new program Linda and I are starting at the Child Development Center. It's called the Behavioral Intervention Program.
So it's changing behaviors, and it's not just that. It's you know, we're working on fine motor and large motor and whatever goals the families have. If they have a child that's having a really hard time and has tantrums in the supermarket, then that's what we're going to work on.
So, the main things Linda and I will be working on are social skills, speech and language, and behaviors.
Children with autism just have a harder time learning those social skills.
Living with it, I better say a little hard and a little easy, because you have people helping you and you're learning all the way. But most of the times, like for hard things like doing homework and doing other things, it's kind of hard.
Leah Volkman's son, Christian, is living with autism, and when she first heard the diagnosis, she felt like any parent would feel.
Oh, it's overwhelming. Yeah, and you do think classic Rain Man type character, and you think that's it, the world, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? But you just deal with what you have, you just be the best parent you can be, and I just armed myself with lots of resources and then thought, I can do this, we can do this, it's okay.
Living with autism isn't easy, not just for the parents, but the children too.
Christian's challenges, he's just sensitive to lots of things. He's sensitive to lots of noise. He's sensitive to things that are too bright, too overwhelming, too many people in a room. So, but I'm finding as every year that he gets older, those challenges are becoming less and less. So he tends to blurt things out in classrooms, so he can be a bit disruptive, but he works on that. He doesn't want it to be that way, I believe. I don't think he wants to stick out. I think he wants to just sort of kind of mesh with everyone, but
learning to accept it. Like in the place where we live, some people are actually kind of mean to autism people. they treat them wrong.
There are different programs available for children with autism and their families. Linda and I have completed our Behavior Intervention Certificate from Douglas College.
I hope that I can help the children and the families that I work with, and that's the biggest thing, is to see a difference in the children's and families' lives.
And even if they don't want to come to a meeting, they can certainly phone, or if they just need to talk. I'd like to be there for parents because I know what it's like to go through these things.
The truth is, children with autism have their passions, and they can really express themselves through that.
He loves playing Kirby and I think it's Mario, one of the Super Marios. Yeah. Christian once he gets into something, that's his thing. And he can just the memory. He memorizes things, the levels, the characters, the good parts, the bad parts. He knows. It's amazing. His mind is incredible.
I'm in my own world when I paint or draw. It's my thing. I was born for it.
I'm just not the one that's going to tell you it's all bad. I think it's amazing. I think they just have so much to offer, and I just think the more other people know, the more society knows about people with autism, just how incredible they are. And just give them a little bit of a break, give them time to answer questions, let them have their little minute if they're getting overwhelmed. And just the more people know, I think that's key.
If you have any questions or want to know how you can get more support, contact the Child Development Center. With Go Williams Lake, I'm Trish Morey.
Well, that about does it for this week's episode of Go Williams Lake. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, I do want to extend a thank you to all those who liked us or followed us on the various social media platforms. And I do understand that there was a bit of trouble finding us on Facebook. Well, if you are looking for us, it's simply Shaw TV Northern BC. Search for that in the top of your Facebook page. And as for a witty sign-off, meow. Meow? Meow? Meow?